certain statements or comments have been made by third parties about what was a viable claim or not is simply not the issue raised by these items.
Roxanne, are you pulling this up? Can you pull up
Councilman
how a rule of necessity works? Can you
Councilman
pull that
Jones.
up? The rules to rule of necessity?
Councilman Jones, I'd like to have the attorney or special counsel finish your thoughts.
Thank you, Mayor. And on that, I do not believe that Councilman Jones should have any discussion on this item unless he's a member of the public, because as a city councilman who was named personally in the 3 claims asserted by the officers, there's an inherent and actual conflict of interest that he should not be voting on or commenting up here as a councilman.
Okay, so,
So,
you finished?
Yes.
All right, so I will continue. No, don't interrupt me. I pulled the item for discussion,
Hang on.
and I'm gonna discuss the item.
We have been advised that you should not participate.
Well, this-
You have excused
Well,
yourself. from
the
this
council
item.
member decides when they have a conflict of
Well, I
interest,
can
not
turn
the
off your
attorney.
mic and-
That's fine, and I don't have a conflict of interest. And if you thought I did, that information would go to the FPPC, and they would.
Irresponsible,
No.
reckless behavior.
That's what you guys want them to believe.
No.
But
Channel
if
30
they hear
believe it.
if they hear the truth, which you're trying to cover up,
We're not trying to cover
then
anything
it's
up.
not that, if an officer is suing the city
Your
of Tulare for
irresponsible
actions against him
behavior.
in Fresno, and you're paying them, you're the ATM that's giving away city
You've
money.
been a union
And
president,
you're at
you've been
about
a councilman.
$600,000 that
Okay.
you're gonna look for staff to make up that $600,000.
Because
that
of
you're
your
giving
reckless
them.
behavior.
Oh, no, it's not reckless behavior.
You've been a union president. you were
Exactly.
personnel,
I've worked for cities for 26 years. I've been union leadership for 8 of those 26 years. And on council, I know that neither one of the attorneys tell any of our council members if they have a conflict of interest.
You told us you
No,
have a
I
conflict.
don't have a
because
conflict of
You've previously
interest.
done this.
You guys
You
kicked
have
me
this-
out of, you guys wanted to kick me out of closed session
Kick you
because
out of
you
closed
said I had a conflict of interest. I don't have a conflict of
Look,
interest.
you have
I don't.
left the council.
No, I don't have a
Let's just
conflict of interest.
look at the minutes.
Look at it. Look at it. I don't have a conflict of interest.
Well, it said you recused.
Well, I didn't. I'm not recusing myself.
Well, you
Then
have.
you gotta fix the minutes, cause I'm not recusing
Well,
myself.
come on.
I don't have a conflict of interest.
You're not the most forthright person.
I don't have a conflict of interest. So you can let me make my comments or you can make your comments. Did you pull item 13?
No.
Then be quiet and let me make my comments.
You've been asked. No, I'm not gonna.
No, I've been asked, and I said no.
I run this meeting.
Right.
at
This is
point.
how hard you wanna hide that you're giving away taxpayer dollars.
No, we're paying.
You have an
we're paying-
officer that sued us because no one came to his Christmas party,
we're paying
and you're
for your-
paying them.
we're paying
We haven't
for
been
your
sued,
reckless
there isn't a
behavior.
judgment against the city,
Carlton.
you are paying, you're giving them taxpayer money.
You were irresponsible.
Because
in
someone
disclosing these
said,
documents.
no one came to my Christmas party. If one of the officers is claiming that he didn't get promoted, that whoever didn't promote him should have the issue.
At this point.
Okay, can we interject?
Now, so.
This
when-
isn't helping our
when
city.
Let me finish, we can interject.
I think
But I can do
council
this all
should
night.
describe the process to
Yeah.
us. How did this process go through mediation? And we got to the point to where
No.
a recommendation was made.
I
There's
pulled
a
the
question.
item, not council.
I'm recognizing.
So
the vice mayor's
I can
question.
continue to make my statement, or we can sit here and argue.
Well, we're not gonna argue.
Well, of course.
Can
So-
can you answer the vice mayor's question, please?
Yes, the process was, at the direction of city council, we engaged, Mr. Conway represented the 3 claimants, officers Adney, Ramirez, and Kelly. In order to avoid formal litigation, which would have subjected the city to tens of thousands of dollars in attorney's fees, in which attorney's fees were not recoverable, we agreed to enter into a tolling agreement, which was approved by city council to delay the filing of a lawsuit. In doing that, we agreed to engage in a pre-litigation mediation before retired Justice Stephen Kane. We participated in a full-day mediation. The claims at the original were the combined of $300,000 from the 3 officers. After a day-long mediation, we ended the mediation with 3 settlements conditioned on city council approval. One from Officer Adney in the amount of $18,000, Officer Kelly for 8, and Mr. Ramirez for $18,000. The collective amount was $44,000, and while yes, it admittedly, that is a lot of money. That is considerably below the amount that the attorney's fees would have been in this case. We estimate that each case, if filed separately or together, would have cost the city over $100,000 to litigate, which would not have been recoverable.
So it's not that the city's position is right or wrong, it's weighing, do we pay more to fight for something, or do we just pay because it's gonna cost less to fight it? Now, I appreciate
Let
your.
her answer the question.
Let me answer my question. You're not gonna cut me
Ask a
off.
question.
You
And
just
then-
asked her
No,
a question.
I'm
Let her
not
answer
done.
it.
I'm not done.
You
I'm not
got it.
done. So,
Answer the
here,
The
here's
city's
my
position
question.
was
What are
that
the
the city
damages
was
that we're
not,
paying for?
the city's position was that it was not liable for the independent actions of Mr. Jones in his individual capacity of obtaining a report that the city had repeatedly indicated was confidential.
No, he didn't.
However,
Come on.
You weren't here when that
given the
report happened,
cost
right?
I was
of
here, I was there.
litigation,
No, you weren't.
You couldn't
given
get
the
it.
That
cost of
wasn't-
litigation,
that wasn't a
the
confidential
city made
report.
a
It was
business
subject to
decision
public record
to do
request.
so.
Carlton,
It was subject to
It is
public,
not.
public record. It's
It
public
is-
record.
it is
It's
not.
information that officers gave in a report about what was happening in our police department. And why you wanna hide it? Because a lot of truth are in that report. And that's why you wanna hide it.
Nobody is hiding
Now,
it because you
when-
put it on
When
Facebook.
people from the public, when people from the public came to this meeting and said, we have the right to know what's going on in our police department, none of you said, no, you don't. None of you. And so when I got the information and I shared it with the public, rightfully so, no one had a problem with that. You weren't here. You weren't in the closed session meeting when I passed out the reports. You weren't in the closed session meeting when I asked if it was okay to share that information. But I appreciate the job you're doing as a city attorney, but it's not looking out on the best
Carlton,
interest
I
of the
was
city.
there and
Now, I
erroneously
can
this
go
out.
over.
Irresponsible
I can go
behavior on
over
your
my
part.
review of what I want to say about
Reckless.
item 13. You've already said that council has already made the decision on what they're gonna do, and they did it in closed session, and I wasn't part of that. So to come out here and say that I can influence any of the ATM's decision is insane. I'm not gonna change their mind, and I'm not
ATM.
trying to say, change it. Yeah, you guys are ATMs because you just give away city
You're
money.
reckless,
That's
irresponsible
what you do. No,
individual.
you're not doing nothing for me, dude.
No, I'm not.
No, you're
I'm just telling
paying,
the
you're
public what you
buying
do.
friends, and that's what you guys are
That's
doing.
right. You-
And then when you spend $600,000, you're gonna come to the staff to make up and fill those holes.
Yeah, because of your irresponsible behavior.
No, you're not doing it for
Reckless,
me, buddy.
irresponsible.
Believe me, if an officer claims, he's claiming that other officers didn't show up to his Christmas party and you're paying him. The
Reckless.
other one's claiming that someone didn't promote him and you're paying him. And you're not taking actions against anyone who didn't promote him. The other one is claiming that he's being treated bad in another department and he's not making a claim against that other
And you knew
department.
better not to release that report. And you
No,
did.
no, I knew too, really.
All right, at this
Now,
point- at this
if we
point,
can
we're
challenge
going
Senate
to-
Bill 1641 if you want, but every department that has challenged it to date has lost. And I stand on that. I will defend the city's position against releasing that information that the public had the right
It's
to.
ironic that one hand you're
Right.
responsible, you're trying to
Yeah,
defend it.
you
All
don't
right.
want that information to
So,
go out.
at
And they
this
don't want
point-
you to see it because of what was happening.
Just
in
go
our
to his
police department.
Facebook page, he put it on there illegally, so.
Yeah.
All right. At this point, I'm gonna move that we adopt item number 13 on the consent calendar. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
That's 3. All those in favor against?
No.
All right, so that passes 3-2. All right,